I want to welcome Adnan Al-Sayegh. Adnan is really, I think, probably best known for this book, Let Me Tell You What I Saw, which is part of his sort of mammoth Uruk's anthem. This is the part that's been translated and is available here from Serum. So to give you a bit more background to Adnan, he was born in Al-Kufa on the banks of the Euphrates in Iraq in 1955. One of the most original voices of his generation of poets, his poetry denounces the devastation of war and dictatorship. Adnan has published 12 collections of poetry, including, as I said, Uruk's Anthem, which is 550 pages in Arabic. I don't know what it would be if it was all translated into English. And the mammoth 1,380 page, The Dice of the Text, which has been published in Beirut and Baghdad in 2022. He left his homeland in 1993, lived in Amman and Beirut, and then took refuge in Sweden. Since 2004, he's been living in exile in London and has received several international awards, among them the Helman Hammett International Poetry Award, the Rotterdam International Poetry Award, and the Swedish Writers Association Award, and has read at festivals, as you can imagine, all over the world, and been translated into many languages. Adnan has worked very closely with the British poet Jenny Lewis on a programme of workshops and readings at the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford and the British Museum in London. And many of us would have first heard them, we were always reading together. The result of their collaboration has been 3 pamphlets in English and Arabic published by Mulford Press, which is the Quaker Press. Is that right? Mulford? His last book, as I've already pointed out to the beginning, Let Me Tell You What I Saw, extracts from Uruk's Anthem, was published by Serum in 2020. Edited translation with a very helpful introduction by Jenny Lewis, who was supposed to be here tonight, and she sends her apologies because she can't. As a result of that, I am reading in her place the English translation from Let Me Tell You What I Saw. But first of all, Stephen Watts will be reading with Adnan short poems which have been most recently, it's been published in this collection, which is all, pardon?
Not 10 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know, sorry, I didn't realise it was 10 years ago, which is also available for sale. So would you please welcome Adnan and Stephen Watts.
Hello everybody, thank Jude, thank Stephen, and thank Jenny. I'm proud of the book translated by Stephen Watts and Marga Burgui-Artajo. We'll read some poems from this. في حديقة الجندي المجهول، الجندي الذي نسي أن يحلق ذقنه ذلك الصباح فعاقبه العنيف، الجندي القتيل الذي نسيه في غبار الميدان، الجندي الحالم بلحية الكثة التي أخذت تنمو شيئا فشيئا حتى أصبحت بعد 10 سنوات غابة متشابكة الأغصان تصدح فيها البلابل ويلهو في أراجيح الصبيان، الجندي الذي غدا متنزها للمدينة، ماذا لو كان قد حلق ذقنه ذلك الصباح.
In the garden of the unknown soldier, the soldier who that morning forgot to shave his hair and was punished for it by his sergeant, a soldier left fallen in the dust of battle, a dreaming soldier with his thick beard that got to grow little by little until after 10 years it was a forest of tangled bush, such that nightingales sang in its branches and children always played on its swings and lovers came closer in its shade. That soldier who grew into a park for the whole town, what if that day he'd shaved his head?
أجا ممنون عائدا من الغبار الحربي بقلب مجرح وذراعين من طبول وذهب، حالما بشفتي كلتمستر العسليتين اللتين كانتا في تلك اللحظة تذوبان على شفتي عشيقها إجستوس. ليلة عندما فتح الباب رأى في دبق شفتيها آلاف الجثث التي تركها في العراء، فتذكر أنه نسي أن يترك جثته هناك.
Agamemnon. He came back from the dust of war with a wounded heart, his arms full with drums and gold, dreaming of Clytemnestra's honeyed lips at that very moment Aegisthus was melting with his own as every night. And as he opened the door, he sensed on her lip crease the thousands of corpses he'd abandoned under the open sky, and recalled how he'd forgotten to leave his own body there. Baghdad, 14th of January, 1993.
سماء في خوذة. ارتبكت أمام رصاصتي كنا معا في العراء المسجى على وجهي خائفين من الموت. جمعت عمري في جعبتي ثم قسمته بين طفلي ومكتبتي والخنادق. للطفولة يتمي ولامرأة الشعر والفقر، للحرب هذا النزيف الطويل ولذكريات الرماد. وماذا تبقى لك الآن من عمر كنت تحمله قلقا وتهرول بين الملاجئ والأمنيات تخاف عليه شظايا الزمان؟ قال العريف هو الموت لا يقبل الجمع والطرح، فاختر لرأسك ثقبا بحجم أمانيك، هذا زمان ثقوب، أو فاهرب الآن لا مهرب. هي الأرض أضيق من كف كهن بخيل، فمن ذا يدل اليتيم على موضع آمن، وقد أظلم الأفق واسود وجه الصباح. ولا بأس كومت ما قد تبقى من السنوات البخيلة، ثم اندفعت إلى أين؟ بينك والموت فوهة لا ترى، وتساؤل طفلين بابا متى ستعود؟ انكفأت فصح عريفي هو الوطن الآن، فارتجف القلب من وهن أبيض واختنقت بدمعة ذلي. يا سماء العراق، يا سماء العراق أما من هواء تلفت، كانت سماء العراق مثقبة بالشظايا، وكانت تعثرت في صخرة فرأيت حذائي الممزق يسخر مني. لا بأس، فليكتب المتخمون وراء مكاتبهم عن لحوم الوطن. في غرفة قبل 20 كانت ترتق في وجل بنطلون عتيق وتمسح ذلتها بالدموع. أبي أين يوميتي؟ الصحاب مضوا لمدارسهم، الصحاب مضوا للرصاص، والزمان أصم. الصحاب سقطت فلملمني وطني، وركضنا معا إلى الساتر الأول نتحدى معا موتنا. أينا سيخبئ يا وطني رأسه ولنا خوذة واحدة.
This last poem refers to the Iran-Iraq war, in which Adnan was a in the 1980s, in which Adnan was a conscripted soldier. Sky and a helmet. I was bewildered before the bullet, both of us together there beneath the flattened sky, dreading death. I gathered my life's pieces into my rucksack and portioned them out for my son, for my library, for the trenches, for childhood and orphaning, for my woman, poetry and poverty, for the war, this chronic bleeding, and for memory, just ashes. Now what is left to you of the life you used to carry between bunker and hope, always fearing this shrapnel of time? The sergeant said, "This is death and it doesn't deal in addition, subtraction, so choose a hole the size of your desire. This is a time for holes and for heads, or just run for it." Right now, from such impossible death, for there's no way out. The earth is narrower than we thought, narrower than the miser's palm, and who'll take the orphan to safety where the horizon goes dark and the face of morning bucks out? No worries. I piled together what was left of me and charged ahead, but where to? Between you and death there's an invisible muzzle, and the question two small children asked, "Daddy, when are you coming back?" I turned round. The sergeant yelled, "This is your homeland now." My heart shuddered, white with weakness. I choked with tears of humiliation. Oh, sky of Iraq, is there air to breathe? I looked everywhere. Iraq's sky was punctured with shrapnel, and it was. I tripped on a rock, saw my burst boot laughing at me. No worries. Let the fat clerks who sit behind their desks write about the fat of the land. In a room 20 years ago, she used fearfully to mend my worn trousers, washing off her shame with her tears. "Father, where is my pocket money? My friends have gone to school already. My friends have gone to their bullets, such destinies are deaf. My friends, I fell, and my homeland gathered me in, and we raced to the barricade, challenging death together. Which of us will protect, oh my homeland, his own head? We have only one helmet, just one. Baghdad, 1986.